So, one fine day, what happens is in Vaikuntham, Goddess Mahalakshmi, it seems that there was an incident wherein she leaves Vaikuntham and moves away. And that's when the entire world lost its charm, even Vaikuntham also lost its charm. That's when everything was in place, and even Vishnu also was not aware why Goddess Mahalakshmi left Vaikuntham. That's when, in an instance, what happens is a lot of tapasya, this, that is done. All the devotees are praying, all the demigods are praying. Vishnu also is trying to go and ask Goddess Mahalakshmi. That's when Goddess Mahalakshmi, she gives an answer to the Lord saying that, before that, Vishnu questions the goddess, why have you left Vaikuntham? Is there anything wrong? Now, Goddess Mahalakshmi or Alakshmi comes in a place wherein you can say there is no much prosperity or so, or there is darkness, gloominess, things like that. But nothing, or there is no bhakti. So, in these places, in such instances, only Goddess Mahalakshmi leaves. But in Vaikuntham, there is only prosperity everywhere, bhakti all around, everything is good, right? But then what happened? So Vishnu asks this question to Mahalakshmi. That's when the goddess replies that, for me, it's not that only things, or only, you can say, there should be no darkness, only prosperity, all such things is there. That's not only important. Discipline is also something which is very, very important. It seems that on that day in Vaikuntham, things were thrown here and there. It seems things were not kept at the proper place, and even Goddess the Lord Mahavishnu also was not aware of such things. In such places also, Goddess Mahalakshmi leaves the house. It seems that's the reason before the Deepavali festival we have a, you can say, we have a parampara or a tradition of cleaning our houses, right? So cleaning our houses, ensuring that things are kept at the right place also is very, very important. Only then Lakshmi stays in such a place, and she says that it's not that only where prosperity, wealth or things like that are there, where discipline exists, where things are kept spick and span, only there is a place where I will always reside. And that's when Vishnu also realizes Vaikuntham is made spick and span, everything is clean, kept at the right place. Goddess Mahalakshmi returns. So, through just a small incident, but through this incident, a great lesson for all of us. It's not only to have wealth, prosperity, and you can say, I'm decorating my house, this and that. That alone is not enough. Things should always be done in a disciplined manner. We ourselves also should lead a life in a disciplined way, and only then Goddess Mahalakshmi will enter our houses. Again, not only for having wealth, money, house, property, this and that, but the presence of the goddess is something which is very, very important, because only if Goddess Mahalakshmi, at the same time all other goddesses' grace is there, our house, we say, right, only having a house of 4 walls alone is not enough. It should be a home. You should feel like going there every day, returning home. That's why we tell, right, whenever we travel and we come back, we say there is nothing like home. Why do we say that? It's the same wall wherever you go, but the feeling that is there is very, very important, which Goddess Mahalakshmi only brings into all our houses. So this is a small thing wherein Goddess Mahalakshmi stresses upon the importance of discipline that is there in one's life, and how one should ensure that you keep everything, or you do everything in a proper manner. This is one thing. Moreover, in another instance, it seems that there was a devotee of the Lord. ISKCON devotees might be familiar with this, or maybe in a previous session also I would have told you, wherein in a few verses called Padyavali in praise of Bhagwan Krishna, written by a devotee called Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami. In that he writes a verse wherein he prays to the Lord saying that, O Lord, for me there is only one option that is there in life, that is nothing but to attain you. But for you there are so many options that are there. Kshaunipatitvam athava ekam. You can either make me a king or so. Akinchanatvam. That is, there is no guarantee at all. Either you make me a king or a person, a very, very poor person. Everything is there in your hands. Or nityam dadasi bahumanam athava apamanam. Either you will put me in a situation where a lot of honor or respect is given, or maybe I would have to face insult also. Vaikunthavasam athava narake nivasam. You may give me a place in Vaikuntham or a place in Narakam, but ha vasudeva mamanasti gatistvadanyate. You might have so many options or so, but for me, you are only my gati, you are only my option also. No one else will ever become my goal. That's the reason you see, for us, nothing is there in our hands, everything. But in the case of the Lord, he has got various options also. So in this devotee of the Lord, he writes his words to praise Krishna, and at the same time to make us devotees aware that nothing is there in our hands. Whatever we do, we must do it as a surrender also to the Lord only. If the Lord feels, if the Lord thinks, things can change, you can say, in a fraction of seconds also, which all of us, we have our own experiences for that. So all these small incidents that are there, it talks about the bhakti or the importance of surrender which should be there in one's life. Yeah.